Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS soaps, both the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. And this is your Young and the Restless recap for September 8th. And look like Kyle is pushing his weight around and kick Adam out of a photo shoot, while Chelsea is enjoying a surprise with Johnny Abbott with a visit. And then finally, looks like NIKKI is headed to LA to get Deacon sharp to get back at Diane. So before we unpack all of this, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel to receive all updates, and don't forget to like and share. Okay, we're over at Chancellor Park, and Tessa is getting ready for her photo shoot. What the hell is she wearing? And I know one thing, if that had been yellow, she looked like Big Bird. And I hope that's not from the Fenmore collection. Yikes. So, the other question is, why is she acting so weird? She act like, she's on something. We also saw Diane at that shoot, of course, while Phyllis is over there scheming at society. And Lauren, that dress was absolutely fantabulous on her, especially since my favorite color is purple. That whole thing looks gorgeous. Then Adam shows up to observe, and Summer is politely trying to get him to leave until Kyle takes over. Now, the man is just doing his job. It's part of his work. Summer trying to get him to leave. She needs to leave Adam alone and figure out what the heck is going on with Tessa. And here comes big-headed Kyle. And Kyle is over there trying to tell Adam, we don't need that many chefs in the kitchen. Why don't you leave, Kyle? Well, after a few, calming words from Mariah, we finally get Tessa to get into her groove. Okay, whatever. Kyle, however, insists until then Adam has nothing to offer and does not belong. Adam will guess, well, you know what? I'll just have to prove myself, and will admit it won't be the first time either. Okay, so now we're at Jabot later on. Now, Diane crossed paths with Adam at the office, so they're kind of having a little bit of conversation over focusing on their past misdeeds. Now, after Diane suggests that it'll be good to have an ally around, Adam feels exactly the same way. Now, however, Diane thinks the difference is that Adam doesn't have any specific enemy at Jabot who is actively targeting him. He begs to differ because the Abbott family is not happy right now with him and Jack's decision. Phyllis, however, is Diane's target that is actively working with her. And she also said that Phyllis is never going to change the way she feels. And Diane thinks Phyllis is an enemy for life. So now over at Crimson Lights, Nate is talking to Elena about his plan to make a big move while Devon is out of town. Okay. Now, Elena warns that this could be really bad for him, but Nate is absolutely annoyed over Elena not supporting what he's trying to do. And Elena is trying to get Nate to act on his own because, with Devon and Amanda being out of town, that could be bad. At least talk to Lily, like she said, but he's not listening. And, pretty much he's asking for it. And you know what? Devon is going to give him all the smoke. Now, afterward, Nate heads over to Chancellor Winters. He joins a meeting with Lily and Billy and Imani. He's full of energy. He's helpful. He's giving all these proactive suggestions. And Imani is sensing that Nate has something in the works. So, he hints about taking her advice. And then after that, Nate makes this whole phone call talking about moving forward with the music festival. The problem is, if they cancel, it's going to be expensive. But Nate has all the confidence in the world in them and is getting ready to make this happen. This is going to blow up in his face big time. So Amani runs into Elena at the coffee house, and she tells Elena that she just got out of a meeting with Nate, and he is so good. He's excited about his job in a way that she has never seen before. Amani, you hardly know this man. Now, Elena says that, okay, that's great to hear. Now, Amani's kind of shocked by that response because of the fact that she told Nate to quit the job and the fact that Nate told Amani about that conversation. And then she asked whether or not Elena was upset that Nate talked to her about that. Now, Elena shot back like, is that why you telling me this? You hoping I was going to be upset? And she tried to act like she didn't know what Elena meant. She tried to play that, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Now, Elena told her that it makes her wonder what else she's hoping for when it comes to Nate. Elena also told her, I see what you're doing, girl, and I'm encouraging you to stop. Now, as for Billy, he has some conversation with Lily about Chelsea. And you can tell by her face, like, okay, now what else has happened? But it was about this whole Johnny situation. Now, because of Lily's past, she sees the value in letting Chelsea spend some time with Johnny. That way, he'll know that she actually cared when he eventually finds out the truth that Chelsea is his bio mom. So I thought that was pretty cool, especially since Lily been through it before. Back at Crimson Lights, Chelsea is making a disappointing phone call to her mom because she won't be able to visit with Connor after all. And Chelsea insists also that the podcast isn't happening either, and that's a done deal too. And you can tell her life is in a tailspin. She's trying to make everybody think she's okay, but she's not. And then later on, Chelsea also overheard Lauren telling Summer and Kyle that the designer that took over for Chelsea is spectacular. And unfortunately, she did not need to hear that. You can tell with her face, she realized that she just pretty much blew up her decisions. Now, thank God Billy texted her to say that he was taking Johnny to the GCAC rooftop and if she wanted to join with them. So that frown turned into a smile. So now they're by the pool. Chelsea chats with Johnny briefly, but she weirded the boy out by making sure he had enough sunscreen on. Now, Billy is hoping that with all of this, Chelsea is feeling better. So she admits this helps and suggests that she's taking the other stuff one day at a time, which, she actually needs to just relax, chill out, go and find herself something to do and stop chasing other people's boyfriends and husbands. So now we're over at Society. Jack walks in and Phyllis greeted him like a bubbly teenager, saying the sun is out and the birds are chirping and it's a good day to get on my broom and ride. Now, Jack asks, what does he owe this chipper mood to? Did Talia write up another follow-up article on Diane? It looks like he's still supporting Diane no matter who or what she is. Now, Jack remembered that she told him she had nothing to do with that article, but she has been seen multiple times with Talia. Jack ain't stupid. I mean, come on now. Now, she had to admit, I was just messing with Diane. It's fun to do. Okay, are you still in high school, Phyllis? Really? I mean, it's one thing, with everything that's going on, but you making it worse. And both you and NIKKI is having Diane take up free rent in your empty heads. I mean, just let it go. And just like Jack said, she's trying to move on. Why don't you? So in the meantime, these two are still arguing with Jack about what Diane did to them in the past. And it's like, oh my God, go talk to somebody about this. I mean, if she wasn't there in the first place, NIKKI, meaning you wouldn't have been stuck with the rap. And it didn't happen, just like Jack said. So now these two are debating who convinced Talia's editor to kill the rest of the articles. Now, NIKKI privately admits she has a different approach, one that includes going to Los Angeles next week to see none other than Deacon Sharp. Now, NIKKI suggests that Talia's editor might have a change of heart if Deacon has something juicy to add. Now, Phyllis points out that Deacon helped Diane fake her death, so she'll wonder if NIKKI can actually handle this. And NIKKI was like, oh, absolutely, I can definitely handle it. And it's long overdue. Well, you might run into somebody else who you might meet your match, because Deacon has a psychopathic roommate, Sheila Carter. I'm wondering if the writers are going to mix that in as well. That would be interesting. We got to stay tuned. Okay, so there you have it, your Young and the Restless recap for Thursday, September 8th, 2022. Stay tuned for the Bold and the Beautiful recap also for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.